So I'm heading to a marina that's only about, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes or so from my house. Unfortunately though, I'm stuck behind a school bus. They keep stopping and picking up kids. It's all about the children. So if you watch this channel for more than like 5 minutes, you know that my favorite thing to do is to get in the marsh and go hunt around for new fish that I haven't caught before in areas I've never fished, and that's my plan for today, at least partially. I fished with Captain Charlie Thomason this week, and we had an epic day catching big speckled trout on topwater baits, and I could go back and beat up on Charlie's fish, but that's not really my style. I want to go find some new fish in new areas, and that's what I'm attempting to do today. I've identified some areas on a map that I think should be productive. Now, I'll admit, this has a high chance of failure. The reason is, you really don't know what an area holds until you get there. Is there gonna be bait? Is there gonna be grass? Is there gonna be clear water? To have that trifecta and also have those big speckled trout, it's a long shot, I admit it, no doubt. But I got 3 areas I wanna check out, and I've got a backup plan as well. I know I can go in the marsh and catch some reds and bass, so I think I'll have success today, but I can't wait to see if I can catch some more gorilla trout on top. So come along with me, let's see what happens. I can't wait to find out. All right, so I just pulled up to my first spot, and I can tell you my optimism level is not high at all. The water's marginal. It's really borderline unfishable for topwater. I'm gonna make a few casts, but I'm not optimistic. Not only that, I've been sitting here a couple minutes and haven't seen any bait. The wind is simply howling. I got soaked on the boat ride over here, so I've got a number of things working against me. But I'm gonna make a few casts just to see. It's also surprisingly chilly today. There's supposed to be a warm front coming through to heat things back up, but boy, it's cold this morning with this wind blowing. One thing I've noticed, you can never tell in these videos how windy it is. Let me tell you, it is howling today. Forecast called for 10 to 15, but it's over 20 right now, absolutely. Oh, there's a big red! Oh no, that's not what I wanted. He was a giant. That's not what I'm here for. Well, I saw him destroy the bait. That is a big fish. It's gonna take me a while to get him in. There he goes. I'm gonna loosen this drag because I really don't want to lose this bait. Woo, this drag's tight. That is a gorilla redfish. I'm gonna be fighting him for the next 20 or 30 minutes. It's that big. He's taking a break, but he's gonna be running again soon, I know that. Come on, buddy. I'm gonna let you go. This will be a lot easier for both of us if you just give it up. Now I'm at least 100 yards off the shoreline. That fish must have been in a school. I was just out here in this cove. Hopefully I get him in so you can see him. So having glimpsed him a couple times, I'm guessing he's about 18 pounds, maybe even 20 pounds. I'll get a better gauge when he gets in the boat, if he does. He's definitely a netter. I'm glad I brought the net today. Oh, it's a crab trap cork. Glad he didn't get entangled in that. All right, he's getting closer. Oh, come on, settle down, I'm gonna let you go. I promise I will let you go. Let me get this net. All right, big boy. And I'll go in my motor. I'll go in my motor. There we go. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Come on, skeleton, hang on. There we go. Yeah, he just wanted to hang on to the boat now. Woo, that is a big fish. That is a big, big bull redfish. Man, he's gonna be tough to get in by myself. Oh, I hooked the bait. That's not good news. That is not good news at all. Let's see if we can get him in. Bent my net. That is a bruiser redfish. I'm gonna show him to you. Look at this guy. Look at him. That's a gorilla. That is a giant redfish. All right, so fortunately the hook came out pretty easily. Look at the size of this thing. I'm gonna get him back in the water. He should be fine. Man, I feel like I just won a couple rounds with Tyson in his prime. All right, maybe not a couple rounds, maybe just a couple seconds. Whew, but I'm whipped. It wasn't the big speckled trout I was after, but I'm definitely happy catching that fish. That was a beast. I'm gonna motor up and go do my drift again because I'm way away from where I need to be. I wouldn't mind catching another one of those, but I'm gonna need a breather first. I need to catch my breath. I came way back in this little cove just to get out that wind for a minute, make a few fan casts before I move on. Just had some grass in my lure, that's a good sign. Water actually looks pretty good in here. Haven't seen any bait yet though, but the presence of that redfish tells me there's probably some here. That's what you want to see. It's a pain in the butt sometimes when it fouls your lure, but to catch those big trout this time of year, you gotta have some grass, or at least to catch them on these top waters. I just love this style of fishing. I love it. I'll do this all day. Oh, just got a hit, just got a hit. Wasn't much of a hit, I think it was a little trout. Oh, there's a mullet, just saw a mullet jump. We got the ingredients. That was a little trout that hit me. He just kind of came up and sampled it. Man, you throw this lure downwind, it goes about 3/4 of a mile. Oh, there's another hit. Little fish, not what we're after. Now, I've had some of my best topwater trout days when it's windy. And I don't think it's a coincidence. I think they're a lot less nervous in conditions like this. You get a flat calm day, you better make long casts and throw a much more subtle bait, like a Top Dog Junior or even a pop R. In days like today, you better be throwing something obnoxious like a she dog. Ooh, there's a fish. There's a fish. That's a trout. That's what we're here for. That's a good sign. Come on, get in the boat. He hasn't come up yet at all. Almost acting like a red, but it's got to be a trout. I'm hoping it's a trout. Oh, it's a nice trout. It's a nice trout. Oh yeah, it's a nice trout. There we go. There we go. All right, so definitely not as big as the ones I caught with Charlie the other day, but trust me, I'm not complaining. Look at that, nice, beautiful topwater speckled trout. That was awesome. This is what I came for. Happy to catch that red, but this is what I came for. Could not be happier. New area, I've never fished it, and it's holding topwater speckled trout. All right, buddy, swim off. Go see your friends. There you go, good boy. I tell you what, it doesn't take much to make me happy. Big speckled trout on topwater baits, that does it. Now who knows, that may be the last trout I catch today on top, I don't know. Even still, it makes it worth getting out of bed and coming here early in the morning. A world-class redfish and a beautiful speckled trout on top. But you know how it is with trout, usually there's one, there's more. These fish are definitely not schooling this time of year. They're scattered out. But whatever had that one trout here is gonna have others here. At least that's my hope. Oh boy, I got smoked. Oh, I set the hook too quickly. Oh, rookie mistake. Oh, he's back on it again. Come on, get it. Come on, get it. Last chance, you're getting too close to the boat. All right, that's a good sign. That is a good sign. See if I can get his buddy to hit. He chased it a while. It's actually a pretty decent fish. It's a good sign that he kept coming after it. Wish he hadn't missed it. Oh, goodness. How could they miss it? There, he got it. He got it. That's a big speckled trout. That is a big speckled trout. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on, get you in the back. Come on, stay on, baby. Stay on, you Mondo. That is a monster. That is a I'm gonna net him. All right, he's not as big as I thought, but he is a netter. He is a netter for sure. Oh man, I love it, I love it. He's wrapped up in the line, so I don't think he's gonna get away. I'm gonna hoist him in. Oh yeah, oh yes. Oh man. Big, beautiful speckled trout. Look at this thing. Look how purple he is. All right, so there's no happier man on planet Earth right now than me. There isn't. Terrible conditions, coming to an area I've never fished before, hoping for the best. And look, big, beautiful speckled trout. My favorite way to catch them, on top water baits. Goodness, that is just awesome. Flat out awesome. Now I may end up fishing bass and reds before the day is out, but it's gonna be tough to get me away from this. I'll do this all day for just a few bites. So I'm a big believer that 1 fish is a fluke, 2 is a pattern. That tells me there's at least a few in here who are willing to hit top water. Now when you fish top water, you're gonna lose a few fish. Those baits are so heavy, the fish have a ton of leverage when it's jumping out the water trying to throw them. So it's vitally important that you match your rod to the style of fishing you're doing. Essential, really. I don't lose nearly as many topwater fish as I used to because of the rod I use. It's a castaway skeleton. It's light powered. People always say light action. That's not correct. It's light powered. The rod has a ton of flexibility, and you need that. You need some give when those fish come up and try and throw that lure. If you got a stiff rod, they're going to be able to pull away and tear that bait out of their mouths, and you're going to lose them. I'm telling you, you're going to lose a lot more fish throwing a medium or a medium heavy than you will with a light or a medium light. I used to throw a medium light, and it was definitely better than my medium, but this light rod, this light powered rod is, boy, I don't lose many at all. Of course, now that I say that, I'm probably going to lose the next fish, but just not nearly as many as I used to. It's the last cast. I'm going to pull up and continue my drift, even though it's getting really rough out here as we get a little farther from land. Just one more bite. That's all I want. Just one more bite. I'm such a liar. It's one of the things that's so exciting with topwater. You can go so long without a bite, and a fish will just hit out of the blue. Just about give you a heart attack. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a trout. If that's a trout, I'm gonna be a happy man. He's swimming at me. But boy, that was an explosion. Please be a big trout. Please be a big trout. Boy, he doesn't feel as big as that hit was, because he tattooed it. It's looking like a red. Yep, redfish. Redfish. Look at this guy. All right, buddy, look. Let's make a deal. You come in easily, and I'll let you go. How's that? How's that? You can't lose with that deal. I don't want to put you in the net. You seem pretty well hooked. All right, come on. I don't want to hook in my hand, most importantly. It doesn't look too pleasant in your mouth. All right, not nearly as big as the last redfish, but a definite keeper. I'm not keeping anything today, but he would make the team if we wanted to take him home for dinner. Normally redfish kind of roll on top of a topwater bait. This one didn't. He came up and smashed it like a trout. I had my doubts that it was a trout, just simply because of the size of the explosion. But it was this guy. We're gonna let him go. Sun's starting to pop out. It's getting a little warm. Maybe that warm front came through. Sure hasn't stopped the wind any. Now this topwater fishing will be going on throughout the month of March. What I've found in the past though, is you kind of have to follow the fish out, because the fish are moving out. March is a transition month. They're heading out to the spawning grounds. They're still going to be inside in March, but they're going to be on the fringe. They're going to be on the fringe of the inside. And then in April, oh, he missed it. Come back, come back. Oh, that was a major explosion. That had to be a redfish.
but he did not come back. Oh. I did good on that one. I didn't set the hook, but he didn't get it. So things change in April. And if you want to catch these big trout on top, you really have to go outside. They still have fish on the inside that'll hit top water, but the big bruisers are by and large outside by then. Oh, that's a hit. That was a small fish. He thought he wanted it, but he changed his mind. Probably got intimidated by this big bait. I really feel like I'm too close to the shoreline. I'll do my next drift a little farther out. A lot of people mistakenly think you gotta fish shorelines for trout. I find the opposite to be true. They're really not cover-oriented fish. They are structure-oriented fish, but not cover. Usually you'll find your reds closer to shore and your trout farther out from shore. Oh, there's a fish. Oh, please be a trout. It looks like a trout. It definitely looks like a trout. He hit it like a trout, that's for sure. Yes, yes indeed, it's a trout. Not Godzilla, but he's a nice trout on top water. Oh, he's barely hooked. I may not get him in the boat. It's all right, I got the fun part done. Oh, it's a big fish. My goodness, he's bigger than I thought he was. All right, that second hook got him. That second treble got him. See if we can get him in without. Oh, it's a big fish. Oh, it's a big fish. Stay on, dude. Stay on, dude. Stay on, dude. Where's my net? I'm gonna net this one. My whopper jarred net from that redfish. It's a bigger fish than I thought. Yes. Yes, he is. One way to do it. Whew. He got off, but he got off in the boat. All right, look at this dude. Look at him. How about that? So pretty. So pretty. Topwater baits. We're technically in late winter. It's not even spring yet. It has definitely felt like it lately, but late winter trout on topwater baits, so underrated, so few people do it, and it is so productive for these big gorillas. I'm gonna let him go. So I kind of let the wind push me a little bit away from shore, and lo and behold, I got a big trout to bite. Oh, boy, is this fun. But man, I really got to work on my solo net technique. That's two fish that I went to net, ended up tangling the net and the hooks. So I'm making a fast drift through here, not using the motor to hold me. Just gonna try and cover a bunch of water and see if I can run across a fish. Kind of got to be your mindset when you do this. You got to look for just individual fish. You're not really looking for a school, you're looking for individuals. And really, every fish you catch on top is a trophy. They really are. They're that much fun. So the area we're fishing is between the winter grounds and the spawning grounds, but much closer to the winter grounds. It really makes sense for this time of year. It's where you want to be. You actually have fish in the spawning grounds year round. There's some trout that just don't come inside at all. But getting out there this time of year is virtually impossible. It's just windy every day. You really need the protection of this marsh. So like you, I'm sure, I watch a lot of YouTubers, and some of these guys have been doing a lot longer than I have, and boy, they're exceptionally good at what they do. So while I was fighting one of my fish earlier, I called it a mondo. You kind of pick up the language of some other YouTubers. So if you can be the first one to name the famous YouTuber who calls his big fish mondos, we'll send you a matrix shad prize pack. So if you've never done a bunch of topwater fishing, there are some really important keys. Number one, go with a bait you have confidence in. And I'll tell you, I have no more confidence in any bait than I do in these she dogs. Almost always, if I'm throwing topwater for trout, it's gonna be a she dog. Also, you wanna learn how to walk the dog. That's the technique. You get the bait going one way and you twitch it back the other way. It just kind of dances across the surface like that. And sometimes they want it paused in between. Sometimes they want it fished really quickly. I kind of have a natural cadence that's my go-to, but I vary from that according to what the fish are telling me. Now, I've had a bunch of misses today, so generally when that happens, I'll change my cadence. That says to me I'm fishing it too quickly, but I tried slowing this thing down and just didn't get any bites on it at all. So I'd rather bites with misses than no bites at all. At least if they bite and miss, they have a chance of getting it. So walking the dog takes a little bit of practice, but once you get the hang of it, it's just kind of second nature. You don't even think about it. Oh, one of the other keys for catching trout on top water this time of year, fishing the right water depth. I find 3 to 5 feet is ideal. Sometimes you catch them in 6 foot, but 3 to 5 is ideal. Anything more shallow than 3, forget it. You might catch reds, you might catch bass, you're not gonna catch many trout. I'll tell you this, I'd rather over 5 than under 3. Now, I could not be happy with how today has gone. It's not even 10 o'clock and I'm already packing up to head home. I could definitely stay here all day and pick away at these fish. No question about it, there are more fish here to be caught. But I wanna get this video edited so it's as timely as possible when you see it. This is going on right now. It's gonna be going on another month at least. So you got a little bit of time, but boy, this is a great thing to do this weekend, the weekend after that, the weekend after that, and at least the weekend after that. So much fun, so much fun. Well, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe to Marsh Man Masson on YouTube. You'll see all of our great videos. And let us know your comments in the comment section below. And until next time, if we don't see you right here in the marsh, we'll see you on Marsh Man Masson on YouTube.